Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this weekly live charting session. Uh, Today, I'm going to talk about all the ETFs first, and then I'm going to go through all the tickers, and then in the end, I'm going to take some Q&As and chart requests, and also I'll try to go through uh, some psychologies, how to get in, how to get out, all these things while going through all these tickers. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Um, I will try to answer it and save it for the end so everybody can see. Yeah. All right, guys. So just wanna give you guys a quick disclaimer here before starting that whatever I talk about here is my own opinion. There are no financial advice, so take it as uh, just my ideas only. So guys, first off, we're gonna start with the ARC G. All the ARC names we're gonna look at. Let's look at ARC K first, and then this is the main ETF of not looking good. Not looking good, guys. As mentioned last time, if you guys were here, that price previously broke down of this triangle and then made a new low. And unless price above these supply zone, I'm not bullish. Every single bounce was gonna get sold. And look at this, guys. Only one green day and then four followed by four red days. So now what's next? I think the weekly picture would be even. Weekly is not looking good either. So I would wait for this hammer low to be broke for to play more downside. Let's see where its next support at. It is at support, by the way. It is at support right now. So if it breaks this support, then I'll be looking for ARC to go to 51 levels. So if these level is very important to hold. As mentioned, as mentioned last time, this is the COVID bubble. Look at this bubble. It looks like it's about to get burst here after breaking down, and then eventually COVID lows breaks, and then ARC is gonna be dead. So this 15, 750 is the key level for ARC to hold. If it doesn't hold, then 50 is next, 51. So that's about ARC. How about RQ? Looks like the same setups here, guys. Nothing new. It's a huge base. Still has some catch up to do. Looks like a lagging here compared to the actual uh, ARC ETF. So the levels that we're watching again, guys. So this looks like this is a key support here and also a demand zone in here it formed. So I want to see this hammer break because if you see any stock breaking this hammer low or the bullish engulfing it made on any stock, so that would be very bearish, same as when we were here talking about the 24 January low. I think it was somewhere around this. It was this. So look at this, guy. So when a stock broke 24 January low, we got some nice pullback to downside, but price pet support and bounced off hard, now coming back down. So I think we will get pretty good short opportunities in the market next week, unless some news comes up and it's all fucked up. So now let's look at the magnets here. So I'll be bullish on the daily above these levels. Um, on RQ, which is 65.82, on RQ to be bullish, just for intraday scalp, guys. But this is the key level to cross to be bullish again in this one. So this is a key resistance zone, supply zone. Need to close above these levels and then start moving to the upside. Let's quickly look at our call trigger here. Oh, looks like it's just gonna dump. So what I want to do for intraday, guys, just for intraday, I'll be watching this level. I'll be watching 71, uh, 50 level to play the upside on RQ. Should be an easy play. A lot of volume coming in. 'Cause I'm shorting arc like from all the way from somewhere around here. When arc broke this key level, 106, with this basically shorting arc or arc names since this the low break, this one on the October low broke. So I think arc names still has room to the downside. If we talk about what are the names? The DKNG, HUD, Twilio, SE, all these Roku, all these names are gonna go back to their COVID lows. Arc W guys, same thing here, same setup as Arc. Watching this hammer low and this swing high to be broken to play the upside on intraday. But this would be a key level to break 100 on Arc W for a swing to the upside. But it has a lot of catch up to do to go there. So I wouldn't even thinking about that right now. So watching this low 73.20 here on Arc W, after that it's just a game over. Look at this bubble. Okay, this one looks like it has some catching up to do to the downside. So guys, I'm watching this level here. So I'm watching 1624 here on ARCX to play the downside. That should be an easy one. So after that, let's just look at S&P ETFs. They all look like arc charts. What? Biotech, very weak. Price in a daily range. You guys can clearly see price in this daily range here. So this low breaks and then this range break would confirm, and then we'll have some targets too on our XBI ETF. So break this low and then eventually if break and hold this level, and then bears will have a target of like 64, 65 on XBI, and not even much support here too. So there's only like two support zones here on XBI after breaking down. So the first one would be at 70, 72 level, which we see this is a small base here before a nice rally. Price came into the demand zone, pushed up, formed a base, and now formed this huge rally. So if price comes back here, expecting some kind of bounce here on XBI, nice volume coming in too. Not interested in upside, guys. Not interested. Guys, unless any stock you see, this, I think we'll see most of the stocks today just like this. When price consolidated here for a couple of days and then finally broke down. So what I want to see, price reclaim this consolidation zone and break to the upside to play the upside. But for now, not interested. Material sector, guys. So this is sideways action going on this whole week. So I'll still be watching this level 84, 87 for more upside. And then the next level here is 87.29. Looks like in a downtrend or whatever you can say. You can say falling wedge. or a triangle. You know. Whatever, as long as this level's breaking and holding above, that'd be nice. And then this is the big breakout level here on XLB. Communication sectors. Yeah, look how price works. If you don't use any indicator, anything on your chart, if you guys have clean chart, you can guys clearly see how price, how support um, became resistance here. Guys, that's what always happens. Whenever stock breaking down or breaking out, their support becomes resistance, and their resistance becomes support, and then you play that. So we can clearly see there was a build-up under the resistance after breaking down. You see, price was consolidating in this range, price broke down, and then price going here and then consolidating under resistance. So what does it mean, guys? It does not mean necessarily that it's going to go down, but when you guys see consolidation under the resistance or over the support, you know um, that's that's basically setting up for a move. So at this point, it started consolidating, sideways for like 5 6 days, and then now it's starting breaking down. So what I want to see is price breaking this candle lows and then test these lows back again. uh, Looks like a good setup here going into next week. If it breaks these lows, which is I think 66 12, then it can definitely see some fresh lows there. Because thing is, guys, once some of these lows taken out, if you see all this candle in any stock, this candle has no support. This candle no support. Let me show you guys why. Let me go back to this candle. Like this. Look at this, guys. Like this candle just goes up like straight. Like no base here like form like before going up to just straight ripping to the upside. So if price comes into the territory of this candle, and then there's no support, your price is gonna just test the lows right away um, on these type of setups. So 66.20 for to play the downside, and for the upside, guys, I'll still be waiting for this level to break, which is like 68.90 or 69. XLE, very bullish here. Um, how you can see how the price works. Look at this. The price works in a range. Price always works in a range. Price travel in a range. Oh, look at this, guys. Price consolidating here for a pretty long time, and then price broke out. First, it all started here, guys. It all started here, the bottom on XLE. How energy got strong. The early signs were here. Inverse head and shoulder into the support, uh, and then it broke out of this support, and then it broke out this range. And then, guys, if you see this is a huge downtrend. If you see a huge downtrend, 3-year downtrend, broke out 3-year downtrend on inverse head and shoulder, retested that downtrend, and then started going back up. We made this small bull flag, breaking out of this range. Range broke out, and if you're a breakout retest trader, then you would not get anything in here. You would just let price um, go away from the support, and then wait for a retest. Guys, look at this. Price came here, retested this level, and then shot back up. And then what happened next, guys? What happened next? Same thing. So price consolidating in a range, and then what happened? Price broke out just literally on high volume. So what's next? So what's next is if price comes back down. So what I'd be watching again to retest this level and then goes back up. So I think oil has a lot of room for the upside, but all I want is a retest of this level again and then start going back up. Let's look at XLE weekly chart and then give it some targets here. Very, very bearish, or not, I mean, very bullish candle here, guys, approaching supply zone here, to be honest. So if it goes rejected here around these levels, let's say at these highs at 79, 80s, and then it can push back down. But guys, the situations we are in right now, everything, that might just, just blew past this resistance too. And then the next target would be this swing high. So that would be like 83.60 next target on XLE after breaking out this weekly resistance here at 76. Very bullish candle here on the weekly. I don't know if looks like the shit's just gonna gap up. But again, guys, the risk to reward is not there for the upside now. XL of banking taking a hard hit. Banking taking a hard hit. So watching this level um, very closely here going into next week. So financial, we see XLF, price forming this demand zone here, form this fresh demand zone here like this, you see. So this is a fresh demand zone based here, and price came here and then bounced off, made a new highs. So that is a valid demand zone, and then price bouncing off this level again and again. So we had got a couple of bounces off this level that we marked last week. So again, I'm watching the same level this week. So price still hasn't broken this 24 January low. Guys, look, see how bulls are trying to protect this low of 24 January, because they know once this low's taken out, is game over for financials. So watch these levels 36.84, or if you guys wanna if you guys wanna trade against this level, you guys can still can. Yeah, if price bounce off these levels, and then a stop would be below these levels or somewhere around in this area, if you're a bull and expecting a bounce off of this demand zone. Industrials downtrend break and retest, looks like a downtrend broke out, retested here, still not confirmed unless breaks these highs. Because this is the intraday highs to break to play 101. What's level? 101.51 on industrials. Looks like a good setup here for the upside if we get it. 101.61 break for the upside on XLI. But this is a big breakout level here on the weekly. Can see 103 level for the weekly to play the upside. Looks like it's gonna chop around here and then make some kind of pattern, just like this. Just forming a shoulder, and then a bit more consolidation to form a right shoulder and then break out. We'll see how that goes. Okay, tech bouncing off support here on the daily chart. Clear levels here going into next week. So I'll be watching this Friday lows, which is 146, 148.56. This level breaks, and then this 24 January low will be my first target. And then this 24 January low breaks, and then it's gonna print some new lows because this has no support. You can see this has no support. Let's look at it again quickly, and then we'll see. So break this support, this one, and then look at this, no support here in this zone. It's gonna drop. But right now, if you look at 15 minutes, price consolidating here. So watch. Uh, Guys, I'll be bullish again on tech. I'll give you some key levels on Qs, and then so you will have a better idea going into next week. Consumer staples looking fire. Looks like it's gonna break out to the upside so bad. A lot of volume coming in after hitting these lows here. Bullish engulfing back to back inside days, and now it looks like it's starting to break out. So two key levels only I'm watching on consumer staples. Uh, so first one is 76.37 for the upside, and this is a big level here on consumer staples, 77.20. So these are the same levels from last week, still valid, still under the downtrend, still consolidating sideways in a range. Looks like a good setup here. Real estate, downtrend break here on real estate, looking looking good, looking good. Look for more continuation on this one. Let's look at weekly real quick, and then we'll know what's going on with this. Okay, this is looking somehow bullish, I guess. So two levels I'll be watching, not levels, but the zone that I'll be watching um, on this real estate sector. So this zone from 48 to this 47.50, 47.30. So this is a zone that I'll be watching. If this real estate clear these levels, and then it can see some highs on intraday on high watch. But again, guys, if you are a bear, you would see something like this, or a bear flag, or a falling wedge, or whatever you're gonna call it. And then after that, my target would be to this lows break, which is 45.70. 45.70 breaks, and then we can play the downside on real estate. Whoa, whoa, what is this? Utilities just going up. So approaching supply zone here. Utilities approaching supply zone, expecting some kind of cool off now after this nice run. As price clearly in downtrend. This is on high watch now. This is definitely on high watch. Price looking very bullish here on the daily chart, probably on the weekly too. Engulfing, yeah, fire, guys. Um, Hammer into the support, followed by bullish engulfing uh, on high volume, guys. Expecting some kind of continuation here on utilities. Maybe not next week or week after, but definitely expecting some continuation here on utilities. On high watch, I would try to buy dips on the daily chart or on the weekly. Any retest of this zone, you can clearly see. So this is a zone it broke out of earlier. Price came from the support, formed a base, breakout of this base. So any retest of this base, I'll be looking to add. If not, then I'll be adding on the daily magnets. Healthcare, wow, healthcare is looking good. A lot of startups looking bullish here on S&P. Is it start of reversal, short-term reversal, or what? But again, guys, we have some key levels. If those key levels are not breaking, then we're not getting into a trade. So I think this was a key level here from last week, that if it broke, that it's bullish, and then it clearly broke out of this level. The uh, prior week 131.36 level broke out, retested it, and looks like it's want to go up again, giving it some room here. 132.90 level I'll be watching. Yes, if you just be patient enough, and then I'll be waiting for this level, for these highs to break, because this if you guys see, this is a prior swing high that got pushed the price all the way down and made a new swing low. So I'll be watching this highs to be broken on healthcare to play the upside. That'll be easy one too. So Be careful of this zone, guys. Be careful. There's a reason I have this zone drawn, because this is supply here. You can see price came here, formed a base, dumped hard. What happened next? Price goes back to this zone again, this supply zone, and dumped hard. So watch next again. If price goes here, bears will try their best to dump healthcare back it again, because that is where the risk to reward for bears, is the best at this point. If price goes here, stop loss here, and shorting here, and this to the downside. So careful if you're gonna play the healthcare to the upside. Consumer. Mhm. Watching this low to be broken on this bearish engulfing, which is 168.60. Watching this 166 68.60 level to broken to the downside, uh, so we can play puts on XLY. Same level as last week, I guess. Want to see break of this highs 180s to play the upside. We clearly see a rejected downtrend, formed a base, and now it's going down. Now let's look at S&P 500. Let's see what S&P 500 is saying. Okay, bouncing off support here. Let's clearly see bouncing off support here. So these two levels are important going into next week. So I think it looks like just a high of weekly and low of the weekly, I guess. So let's look at weekly candle. Yes, guys. So high and low of the weekly, and then this is some key level here too, and this is a big level. Guys, last week was fucking fire last week. Um, guys, as mentioned last week, that if price goes sideways, I think I mentioned in the live trading that if price goes sideways, if price stays sideways, then all the stocks are gonna drop. So that what we saw. Price is SPY was just consolidating sideways here a whole week, and but we got a dump in all other stocks out there. So that was self-explanatory on my end. So these are levels I'm watching. So let's set an alert here for downside at 427 17 level for the downside, and for the upside I'll be watching 441.20 for the upside. Again, guys, this is a big level here. um, unless price not breaking this highs 458, I'm not interested in going long, but I would scalp calls above these levels. And then just want to show you guys something, that whatever we talked about last week here on S&P, according to how our Elliott wave saying. So that was our rejection zone on S&P. You guys see price came here and then pushed back up. And this is our zone for rejection, if you guys remember. This was a zone for our rejection. Price goes into back this zone, tried pushing back up, now just rejected hard of this zone. So what I want to see, price close above this my zone, um, and then it start pushing back up, invalidate the count, and and be bullish. But looks like not the case for now. So I'll just stick with my bearish thesis, 427.17 break, and then the next target here is 421.37, or this January lows basically, and then this low of this candle 410. Guys, watch, because this is the daily range. Price in the daily range clearly. If this range broken, this range break, then we can see a push to the downside easy, and to the upside. So anything could happen. Don't wanna predict anything this week. Just gonna play the range break to the either side. Guys, my long-term target here on S&P to buy these levels. So if S&P has, if S&P goes into these levels, then I'll be buyer in these levels to play the upside back again. Mm, Where the Qs looks like the same setup here as S&P. Clean levels, guys, very clean levels in Qs going into next week. If it breaks the downside, that will be the easiest trade, I guess, to play for the downside. So 334 level watching for more downside on Qs with a target of this low here, 329.20 is the first target on the break, and then hold above this zone here, and then it can definitely test these lows here back again. So watch out for that. And this highs, guys, these highs uh, to be broken of 350.40 on Qs to play the upside has a lot of catching up to do to go to even these highs. So this is where I'll become permeable back again, or hit my targets somewhere around here, and then I'll be able, right? But for now, there is no reason to call the bottoms every single day like other FinTwit gurus. That's not how uh, stuff works, guys. Hmm. DIA looking strong here on Fridays compared to the Qs and stuff. Also, guys, if you guys are new here, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna go through all the charts from A to Z. Um, if you guys if you guys have missed anything, let me know in the end. Then I'll go through it. So DIA, nothing really going on. Just price sideways action here, but a bit strong uh, looking chart than SPY and Qs. Some levels that I'll be watching on DAA would be 331.50 for the downside, and for the upside, I'll be watching 342.52 levels. Clean levels here. It'd be an easy shot below these levels, 331.50. So definitely on high watch DIA for the downside. This is semiconductor ETF, not looking good, I guess. Definitely not looking good. So the levels I'll be watching of 249.30, 249.30 level. I'm watching to play the more downside on semiconductor names. And I have a semiconductor name that has still holding, pretty nicely. And if market breaks down, I think that stock's gonna break down hard. I'll let you guys know when I chart that name. All right, guys, the ETFs are done. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat now. Let me know, guys, if you guys questions about having on ETFs or anything in general, you guys can have question, and then we'll move to our making watch list. All right, so let's just start um, with the plays here. Double A. Yeah, as I mentioned last week, metals are strong and they're gonna see some new highs. Look at this, guys. Look at this fireplace. Guys, look at the volume. Looks definitely looks like it has room to the upside on double A. So should be on your high watch. Um, no levels here. as long as it's holding above this 86 levels, and I think the dip's gonna get bought here on intraday. Let's see if this has any support in the past, or this is just making new highs. I think it's just making new highs here. Oh no, never mind. Approaching some sort of resistance here. Approaching this resistance here on 100 on double A on aluminium names. So I think it's gonna go there. It's gonna go there. Why? Because guys, look at this base breakout. Look at this huge base. God damn, look at this base, guys. Formed from like 2008 up until now, just recently broke out of this huge, almost 10, 12 year base on double A. I think it has some lot of room to the upside. I don't think it's going to stop at $100. It's going to go above that, but we might see some short-term stop here, consolidate here, to go back up again. Guys, it's not looking good. For it's not good for the market. But we are traders. We play both sides, so it does not matter. Watch double A, guys. Should be on your high watch. Apple holding pretty nice. Apple holding pretty nice here on the daily chart compared to all other names out there. So let's see how much is Apple down from all-time highs. Apple's only down like 10% here, 11% from all-time highs, holding the market pretty well. So the levels I'll be watching on Apple would be 160.90 to play the downside. And for the upside going into next week, I'll be waiting for price to break above these levels just to play the upside. So 169 for the upside, and then 161 basically for the downside. So clearly see price in the range. Only trade for me is gonna be when the price breaks the range. I just had an alert here for the downside. Again, guys, I'm gonna post my watch list on the Twitter. I'll try post it on by tomorrow night. So watch out for that. Airbnb not looking good. All these what I say, all these airlines names, all these reopening names, they don't look good. I'm gonna go to BA real quick, and then you guys will see. BA looks like bearish as fuck. So Airbnb 140 46 here break, and then next leg down. Again, holding this January 24, this January low, pretty nice. Has a nice run up and then broke down. So bulls don't want on this low to be broken on Airbnb, which is 134.50. If these lows got taken out, and then it's just going to flush to the downside, and then this is the next level here on Airbnb. Yes, we have seen stocks breaking their IPO lows. Recently, there are a lot of names like Affirm, there's a Herd, and there's a Rivian Autos, there's a DoorDash. There are a couple other names too. They're breaking their IPO lows. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Airbnb break these IPO lows, because these names are very early in their life cycles. Very early in their life cycles. Pretty new businesses. So I don't expect this break out just like that easy. So 140.60 level for downside, big breakdown level is this zone. If price closes up, below these zones, it's going over, then it's just game over for Airbnb. On high watch, let's just set an alert here on Airbnb. High volume coming in too. Look at this breakdown. I mean, not breakdown, but consolidation here on low volume, breakdown on high volume. What does that mean? That shows that there's gonna be volatility in this name going into next week. That is to spot. You don't need any indicator to tell you that. ABT, I think this is a ABT Laboratories. They have good cons with good spread. So I'm just gonna set an alert for the upside because the chart's looks good here. Just for the upside, if it breaks the level, it's all right. If it does not, it'd be still all right. Adobe, let's look at it. I think Adobe had earnings. No, not Adobe. Never mind. Rejecting at a downtrend here. Rejecting hard at a downtrend. Can clearly see this huge downtrend coming in the daily. Price rejecting this downtrend. And then this was our level for last week. Um, 480.60 for the upside on Adobe, and then on this Friday lows break, and then we can see some new lows here on Adobe. Guys, I told you guys last week that SPY is not looking bullish at all. Uh, because SPY was approaching the supply zone, so all this and this stuff, and then if you follow someone that says SPY is looking bullish last week, I mean I don't know what to say, and then we got a really nice dump in the stock market this prior week. I think we're still gonna see some more lows coming in most of the names out there. So I'm not interested in playing SPY or Qs or anything like that. But I would play the individual names where the risk to reward is way better here compared to SPY right now, because SPY premiums are fucking taxed, guys. I don't play SPY at these levels when VIX is like above 25, VIX is at 30. I don't want to play SPY at that point. I want to I look for stocks that has low IV and the premiums are not inflated, just like SPY. If you look at SPY premiums, it's just something else. It's so expensive, it doesn't make any sense. But if VIX has 30, that's what you expect. Um, so for Autodesk, looks like, okay, this looks like this is gonna break down. So watching this Friday lows here on Autodesk to broken 206.50 level, and then this low here on bullish engulfing is the first target here after breakdown. 206.50, I'm gonna set an alert here. Okay, I always go into Monday with like 40 or 50 alerts. Um, but my main focus is always my watch list. If I see stocks, breaking out or breaking down from my watch list, um, then uh, I will take that trade first and then ignore the rest of the alerts, because those 8 names that I select for my watch list, are pretty exclusive by looking at all the names. So that's what I would suggest, guys. If you guys make a watch list, follow your watch list first, and then the rest of the noise after, because that's what always going to happen if you don't take your watch list place, and in the end you're going to regret not taking it. So if you make a watch list and if you see a play breaking down or breaking out, try taking a shot. That's it. Because there's a reason that name made it to your watch list, right? Sorry, guys. Um, so a firm not guys, look at the volume, guys. I wanted to go short here on a firm over the weekend, but I did not, just by looking at the volume, guys. There's no volume. I want to see more volume here on a firm to play the downside as a swing. So I would just play intraday for now until I see more volume coming in. So 34.95 level, I'm watching on a firm for more downside to play. Guys, you guys see this? You guys see the pattern here now? How support becomes resistance, how this supply zones, all these zones work out. So price broke down on earnings, right? Price broke down on earnings, formed a small base, and made a new low. What happened? What happened when price went back to this fresh supply zone? Price went back into this fresh supply zone, rejected hard, back down. So what's next? So if price breaks this low, 34.95, and then made a new lows here on the daily, and let's say price made this new lows on the daily, so that would be the first supply zone for a firm. If it ever comes back to there, it's gonna get short, right? Bear's gonna get active. Let's say somehow bulls managed to get out of this zone, but what they will see after is this zone here again, this fresh supply zone, back at it again, because price goes there, rejected hard, made a new low, goes back to this zone again, and then that would be a clear shot for bears. So it has a lot of catching up to do for the upside. I don't want to be a bull just yet, because that would be the same story for all the names. AMAT, semiconductor name, not a good look at all. Yes, but for this one, I would be just a bit patient and then wait for this lows to break, which is 122 and 68. So 122.68 level, I'll be watching it breaks, and then we can play the easy downside here on AMAT. Let me look at the bigger picture if it makes any bigger pattern here. No pattern here, just a sideways action, I guess. The next target here on break would be 114 on the daily chart. I think it's going to go there if it breaks. Same level as last week to play the upside. 137, not above 137, not interested at all. And this is a weekly breakout level, 145.34. So it has a lot of catch up to do. Here comes the AMC. I mean, those who were playing AMC upside last week, uh, they wouldn't be in the market for pretty long time, because not because it's not easy to control your emotions, guys, when market's going down. Guys, you can't blame the market if you lose. So so always take responsibility of your own place. So on AMC, 1611 here level, I'll be watching for more downside on AMC. As mentioned, guys, last week, AMC had no chance of going up unless it breaks these highs. Unless it breaks these highs of 19 or 20, or even these highs, guys. These highs, I know, I remember talking about any rips under this level where you see price came here, bounced hard, came here, made a support, broke down, retested it twice, broke down. So what that means, that means this is a bear area, right? This is a bear territory right now. Price in bear, any push up in this price is going to get sold to the downside, unless bulls reclaim this level, hold above this level, and then start pushing back up. So I think any rips gonna get sold here on AMC, and then this should might go to single digit pretty soon too. So watching for that 1611 break for now for the next week, and then these are the key levels here. Close below this 1420, and then this is clearly going to not $1, but single digit here. Look at this base here, guys. Look at this huge range. AMD, I thought it's making this bull flag here, but let's just ignore that. You have all these bull flags, all these what do you say, bullish or bearish pattern. I don't play pattern breakouts. I play level breakouts. You know, these all this pattern, this just shows you what other traders are seeing on the chart. But if you are not patient enough and then not waiting for your level to break, um, and then only getting trades when you see a pattern break, there are very high chances that you're gonna get stopped out. So I would say watch for a pattern break and then wait for a level break for easy trades. And now just look at this guy. So we have this trend line here. This is an uptrend here. There's a short uptrend forming on AMD. Let's say this uptrend is getting, is breaking down from, the uptrend. I'm not going to get into a trade right away when I see this, breakdown on this trend line. What I would wait for this zone to break down. I would wait for this zone to break down to have the easy trade on AMD rather than, just hoping after getting into a trade on a trend line break. So for me, if I want to get into AMD puts next week, I would wait for this level to break 104.26 for the to play the downside, and for the upside, I want to wait. I want to wait to play the upside unless price is above these levels, which is like 118.30 level for the upside. And again, this is a big level, 133 above this. I might full pot my small account into calls. Amazon filled the gap here almost on this drop. So what's the next level holding above these? So Friday lows, guys. I think most of the stocks we're gonna see breaking down Friday lows should be a good trade with a target of this bullish candle it made. And also, guys, inflation's data coming in next week, I guess. Not expecting inflation to go down, to be honest, on that data. So if there are very high chances that it's gonna be high because if you look at any commodities, it's just ripping hard this past 1 2 weeks. So inflation data, I think it's gonna be higher than like 7.5, 7.6%, or even 8%. Like look at the gas prices, man. Look at the gas prices. Yesterday I went out and then I saw the gas price. I was like, fuck, tough guys, very tough. Gas getting expensive, everything's getting expensive. So not expecting any better in the inflation data. So back to Amazon, watching Friday lows here to break and then easy trade here on Amazon with the 2970 targets. I don't play Amazon, like Shopify or all these names on Mondays or Tuesdays or even Wednesdays. So I only play these names the last 2 days of the week because premiums are cheap and the movements are high. So there are good risk to reward here in the last 2 days compared to the first 3 days. Because if Amazon's breaking down, there are other stocks too, in the first 2 3 days that are breaking down too. So I would play that instead of playing Amazon. And then I would play Amazon on last 2 days where the premiums are cheap and the rewards are pretty high. Avigo gap up on the earnings, but got faded. That is a theme nowadays, guys. That is an easy theme that I shorted so many stocks this season. Those gapped up on earnings and then just faded right after. So that's the theme. So what happens right now? Price gapping up, uh, price gapping up into the supply zone after earnings, rejected hard, and then followed its downtrend. So any stock is gapping up on earnings. I just go look for a short opportunities right away, unless they are breaking, some key levels on the daily chart. So for AVGO, not bullish yet. I want to be bullish above 615.50 here. on AVGO, and then I want these lows 564 to break and to the downside. Let's look at BA. Here comes a BH chart. What is this chart, guys? Okay, this is has very high chances of dumping hard. Why? Let me tell you why. If you guys were here last time, you guys would have known already that some last week or something, I did something like this. Price meets up a small uptrend broke, small uptrend here, small uptrend, and then small uptrend. It's just forming the same pattern again and again, guys. Same pattern again and again. Look at this. Every single time price broke down this small uptrend, it made a new low. Broke the uptrend, it made a new low. Broke the uptrend, made a new low. Look at what happened. Break the uptrend. Now what happened, guys? Break the uptrend. Now it's making a new low. Nothing new here, guys. Nothing new here at this point on BA. So for BA, my next target is 172.50. It's gonna go there, very high chances. And then break 172.50. That was the easiest trade uh, on the market going into next week. Has a huge gap to fill on BA. I think this gap's gonna get filled. Look at the earnings, guys. Shitty earnings since the COVID. Shitty earnings here on COVID. Uh, right now we are in right now in a place where investors everyone cares about the valuation and stuff and all the earnings too. So I think B is gonna see some new lows here. Definitely gonna see some new lows on high watch to go short on BA. Why I didn't go short over the weekend, but it's all right. Watch this zone on BA. If price goes back into this zone, somewhere around here or even here, guys, even if price goes here somewhere, there are very high chances that it's going to get rejected hard. So watch for BA short or on any rips unless price breaks above these highs and then show me that it's not in a downtrend anymore. It's bulls are in control and all that, but has a lot of room for the upside. So I want to go short in these levels if price goes up. If not, for Friday low break and it's game over for BA. Baba, guys, I'm short Baba over the weekend just by looking at the daily chart. Just it has the look, to be honest. It has the look of going into two digits soon. Let me give you guys a clear levels on BA, or not BA, but Baba. Yes, look at this. Price was in this range here for a pretty long time. Look at this. Price in this range pretty long time. Making this head and shoulder here too in this range. Price broke down, retested it, rejected hard on this one, and now made this bearish candle here on the daily. Um, Look at the weekly chart. Look at this weekly chart. Looks like it's about to dump. It looks like it's about to dump hard on the weekly chart. So we are in puts. So if we got a breakdown next week, we should pay. Those puts should pay up nice. Let me find the support here. Have to go back a couple of years. Has a small gap here. You guys can clearly see has a small gap to fill, to be filled at like 98.70. So it has a $2 range in the gap, and then the next support here is at 94. So definitely looking bearish here. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But for now, it's looking bearish here. We'll know when the Hong Kong market opens before hours that how what Baba's gonna do. So we'll have a peace of mind. Bank of America. Fuck, these banks are just getting. Guys, we might get a some kind of dead cat bounce here on banks at this point because it's down a lot from the highs. There's a double top here, huge sell off. We might see some dead cat bounce before going down. Why? Yeah, it's clearly this is a zone here. This is a zone formed it here on Bank of America. Any rips into this zone is gonna get sold, but not looking good at all. Let's look at weekly candle. Some ugly action here on the weekly on high volume too, guys. On high volume. So what's the next level here on BAC? 38, 37 next level on BA, and then also I think the bears would target these levels. This level 36.54. I think that should be the target for bears on this breakdown. See, no, look at the C chart, guys. This just has no support. This is what's happening. Breakdown of this bear flag here, and then trying to bouncing off broke its prior lows here. God damn, this is not good. Has look at this small gaps it has, guys. Well, one gap here, one gap here. Nothing is gonna fill, but just just look at the volume on breakdown, guys. Just look at the volume. Breakdown of the bear flag. Look at the volume. There are very high chances that Dash is gonna dump back again. Definitely on high watch, guys. Definitely on high watch. Citigroup 55.19 breakdown for next leg down. Even if we don't get the next leg down, sideways consolidation somewhere around here goes and reject back again. So we'll monitor, see going into next week. Yeah, looks like a bear flag in head and shoulder breakdown here on high volume. Looks like it's just a retest here at this point, but we're not gonna go with the patterns. We're gonna go with the levels. So I'll be watching this level to be bright, like these levels. I want to see CAD break 119, 198.20 level to the upside to play the upside on the intraday basis. But this is a big level here on CAD. 207, just say 208 to play the upside. If price closing above this 208 level, then that'd be easy play to the upside. But again, if price is rejected here, guys, if let's say it's just a breakdown retest here of these lows, then I'll be watching this lows to be broken 190 with just the Friday lows to get broken, and then just to play the downside. So I'm gonna set an alert here uh, at the downside, and I'm gonna set an alert here for the upside too. CCJ, I mean, price gap down now pushing back up. Looks like just a downtrend breakout and retest at this point. Uranium names are strong. The uranium chart is strong. I think it was just extended move and then got a breakdown and then quickly bought the dips here on CCJ. So the next level I'll be watching to play the upside. Clear levels 2381 and has a small gap here to fill 2381 for more upside. CCL, guys, I'm only going to look at one, two names of the airlines, and then if CCL is going to drop, everything's going to drop. If RCL is dropping, everything's going to drop. So let's look at this. Look at this bear flag breakdown here. Looks like a clear channel break on CCL on high volume. I think definitely going to see some fresh lows here on CCL. Uh, CCL, BA, they're all looking bearish, guys. All looking bearish. Definitely on high watch to play the downside on these names. Chewy held up well on Fridays, and then looks like he's making this bull flag too. A small bull flag after hitting, this double bottom, making this bull flag. Seeing some volume spikes too. So what I'll be waiting for this highs to break, which is 45.67 for the more upside on Chewy. And for the downside, I'll be watching this 42.15 level on Chewy with a target of this highs, 48 on Chewy. Looks like a bullish chart to me. CLF guys, wow, what a move! What a move of CLF. This was mentioned in the premium guys. After I saw the flow the other day, it was just ripping hard. So what's next? What's in the books for next week? These highs. So looks like a nice base here on the daily. So watching 26.50 for more upside on CLF. But let's say, price looks like a extended move here now at this point. Looks like extended move. Even if it, comes back, retest, some of these zones here and then goes back up, um, that'd be a good play too. Whoa, what is coin doing, bro? Bearish as fuck. Nothing to see, just price consolidating in a daily range, right? And then you guys know how we play ranges. Break to the either side and then play. Watching these lows here, the February lows, 24 February lows, 156.66 break to the downside, and then is game over? What is game over for coin after that? Okay, look how IPO lows, not IPO lows, but these lows, work perfectly. Prices console bouncing off this support here and then went back up, came back, broke this support, retested it, going down, retested again, now going down. But that shows that there are a lot of pairs in this area. So I don't want to be thinking of going long in coin at this point. So I will be watching this low to be broken, which is 155.92 to play the more downside here on coin. Only bullish if price is above these levels. That's it. Costco had earnings tonight, earnings not last week, I guess, on Fridays. Got a nice push of this downtrend break on the daily chart on high volume too. So very important highs here to be taken now. So this is a good level here to play the upside 539, 50 to play the upside, but just a scalping would work too above this 530, 50 level. But I would wait for this level to be this highs to be taken out and then hold above it and then start pushing back higher. Yes, I mean a lot of the charts are not looking that bearish to be honest. Till now, you might see some kind of um, I mean reversal next week. But we'll see, guys. But I think the only reason for it is just because most of the stocks, if you see, is in this range, in this 5, 7 days range, in this. So it's not hard, easy to tell if it's gonna go down or up. But it, all the most of the stocks are still in a downtrend. So I would still prefer playing the downside to the upside yet. But it's not like a very strong downtrend actions here on any name like bearish engulfings, weekly bearish engulfing, so like on high volume breakdowns or support breakdowns. We haven't seen that much. We might see that next week. CRM making this small downtrend or flag here after breaking out of this huge channel, watching these highs to be taken out. 217.50 and 212.15, and for the downside I'll be watching 200 level to the downside. Should be an easy one too. Let's look at CVS. Because healthcare, you guys see, it's looking nice, healthcare. And then price in this range here. So I want to see prices break out of this range and then start pushing back up. 106 is a key level on CVS to play the upside. Let's look at CVX, probably out of the screen. Here we go. Very strong. It's very, very strong. A lot of volume coming in. I mean, won't be surprised if I see some new highs on CVX. I mean, if you look at the weekly candles, just printing bullish engulfings on high volume. Let's look at real quick. Look at this hammer and bullish engulfing followed by high volume. Most likely continuation. If not, any dip's gonna get bought up. Delta Airlines complete breakdown here of this uptrend here on, as again extended, looks extended move on the daily chart. If you get a pullback or sideways action, then I would definitely be playing the downside. Dash in a sideways range. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see to play the downside. uh, 85 18 level breaks, and then this is a huge range that it is in already. Look at this huge range is making, and then if it breaks down of this range, then we'll get a really nice short swing on DoorDash. So watching 85 uh, 18 level to play the downside here on DoorDash. What would be my target? Just gonna give conservative target for now. 65 would be my next target on the breakdown of 85, hold below 85, and then it's gonna go to 65 real quick. Datadog not looking good, guys. Not looking good. I told you guys last week that this is a name that holding up pretty good when we're getting a whole market sell off. This is a name that now it finally breaking down of this channel here. So what's next? Or if you want to debate, you can just say, it's breakdown, it's retested it going down, but in the end, it's just a key lows that matters. So I'm just gonna have that on the chart, just like that, and it's breaking that trend here. So the next zone I'm watching, it already broke the support. It already broke the support, so it's a valid. But wanna see some more volume in this name. Watching 140 50 level break for more downside. The next target would be 135 20, 135 20 taken out, and then it's just game over for Datadog. How you guys liking it so far? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Guys, also let me know if you guys, want me to do any changes to this. If you guys, want to see something new. If you guys want me to talk about something in the next one, or any suggestions you guys have, you guys always let me know, so we can improve this weekly charting sessions. So on Disney, I'll be watching 139.20 level to play the downside. Looks like a clear range break here, the uptrend break on Disney. So 139.20 is a good level to play the downside here. High volume breakdown too. So just like VA and all the other reopening names. DKNG. DKNG is not looking good. Not looking good. Uptrend break here on high volume. Looking for more downside on DKNG. I'm short DKNG over the weekend. 2030 level needs to break, and the next target here is 1906. Should be on high watch if you have a small account. Cons move pretty nice. DVN. Okay, this is a name. This is a name that should be on my watch list going into next week. Uh, broke at all-time highs, now consolidating at all-time highs. So what I want to see, break of all-time highs to play the upside. Is that easy, guys? Is that easy? Break 60 70 level, and then it's going to break to the upside. We'll clearly see here a break and retest of these highs almost, and then consolidating on high volume. So definitely on high watch. High watch. I think EV broke out on Friday. Yeah, tried breaking out of this range but failed. This was our level, guys, from last week. You guys see 55.90 was our level from last week. Price goes up there, rejected, and then closed below it. So if it's a false breakout and it's breaking support after that, will be the easiest trade. So 53.38 support here on eBay, and the next for the breakout, I would be watching 56.82 level to break for the upside. Okay, guys, I'll keep it in mind uh, for the sniper exit and entries. Next week, I'll give extra 10-15 minutes uh, to let you guys know how do I enter and exit the trades. Let me write it down real quick so I won't forget. So what is this end phase energy? Yeah, the cons moves pretty. I mean, I don't know. Cons moves like shit. So looks like a bull flag here. Looks like a bull flag. Energy is strong, so end phase energy might see some money flowing into it. So for the breakout level, I'll be watching 165.84 level for the upside on end phase energy. I want to play downside yet. Yeah, I want to play downside unless price breaking this Friday lows, the bouncing off the on just a low volume. I think this is also a catchy name, so if it breaks to the downside, would be much surprised. Like I said, alert both sides, so wouldn't miss a trade. Because all these high spread names, okay, guys, here's a quick tip. So all these high spread names that I mentioned here, like Enphase Energy, Roku, um, or SC, or Twilio, all these names. I like to play all these names the last 1 or 2 days, because in the last 1 2 days I do not care about the spread. I just slap the ask, and then if price goes into your direction and you're playing weeklies, then you should be up real nice in like couple of minutes, even after slapping the ask on high spreads. ETSY has got a really nice pump after earnings, but rejecting here at supply clearly in this zone. So what's next on ETSY? Watching 146.95 level break to play the more downside here on ETCSY. Let's look at the daily chart. Yes, guys. So that is a valid level, 146.95. And then for the upside, I'll be waiting this 164 level to break and to play the upside. EXE, another name, energy name, starting to break out. This one has monthly options. So if you are someone who likes low risk, um, so this is a name to go into. Energy one, monthly options, moves nicely, uh, follows the pattern really good. So how, look at this, price in the range, breakdown, retest, made a new highs, and then price goes here, retest this level, and then going back again. Good. So this is the earning reaction. So I don't count this kind of reactions on earnings. So clear retest here of the zone, and then price pushing back up. What is Ford doing? Hmm, guys, okay, listen. If price broke down or gapping down of earnings, and then if you are someone then tries to anticipate that a gap will play after earnings gap down, then there are 99% chances that you're going to get stopped out of your position if you're playing the upside or the downside on the gap up or gap down. There's a reason that it gap down. I saw a lot of people calling this gap fill in here, but guys, look at this. This is called power earnings gap, right? This is a power earnings gap. Investor not interested in the money, so they want to sell all this. Whenever price comes to this supply, look at what happened. Power earnings gap. Price goes into this power earnings gap, resistance rejected. Price goes into this power earnings gap, rejected. Price goes into this power earnings gap, partially rejected. So what's next? So unless price reclaim this level, this power earnings gap resistance, and then uh, act as a support instead of resistance, then I would say yes, then this thing has some chance to start filling the gap. But I would never say, right off the bat, it gapping down, that's going to fill the gap. That's not how stuff works. I saw a lot of people calling bottom on PayPal, on Doku after earnings gap down, but there's always a reason why smart money is dumping and then retail is anticipating a gap fill play and then getting fucked. So 1646 is the next level here on Ford to play, and then little to no support after the breakdown. Guys, I don't use fibs to to where the price is gonna go and all that. I look at supply and demand levels. That's it. I look at supply and demand levels. I look at price swing highs, price swing lows. That's how I determine my targets on the daily chart or on the weekly chart or even on the 15-minute chart. So I use Elliott waves to see where price might head in the future, and then where we can see some kind of some bottom or some tops in the market. I use Elliott wave just for that. I do not trade based off Elliott waves. I still trade based off supply and demand levels. But it's a nice thing to have on site, which gives you extra confirmation on what's coming next. So 1646 is the next level here, on 4 to break down, and 1595 next. Again, guys, most of you guys know already that I do not use any indicators, and then I do not recommend using any indicators, because the more indicators you're going to use, the more biased you're going to get towards the price. If you're going to be less biased around the price, I would just say do not use any indicator, because indicators, make you biased around about a stock by showing you some kind of divergence, or any kind of MACD cross and all that stuff. But in the end, that stuff does not work. So 198 level, watching on Facebook to play the downside here, um, should be an easy shot on 198 break. So next target is like 190 on the break, but not bullish until price reclaim this level of 213 on Facebook. Let me set an alert here on Facebook real quick. Guys, we're getting late. It's only 11:40, I guess. Um, I don't want to stretch it too long for you guys, and we still at FCX, guys. FCX, all the copper names, all these commodities, all the metals are strong in this current environment. And then it's not like they did not give us any sign, that they were breaking out. They clearly gave us all the signs. This inward head and shoulder, this huge range break, and the retest. All the signs were there, even the before the war happens. So chart always tell you the story beforehand. This highs breaks already on copper, so expecting some new highs on copper. Yes, guys, I do use volume profile. Volume is the only indicator I use um, to confirm to get into a trade, and other indicators I use all I just EMAs just to manage my trades. But the only indicator I use to get into a trade is a volume. That's it. I do not use any other indicators beside that, because volume gives a real-time picture, right? All the other indicators are lagging. So if stock is breaking up or breaking down, you will see the volume right away on the stock. But if you want to see a MACD cross or RSI divergence, you gotta wait for a next candle to form, and then it's gonna form that cross or that divergence. But until that time, you miss the move already. FedEx not looking good. Looks like a bear flag breakdown here on FedEx. 212.35 key level here on FedEx. If it breaks that, expecting some new lows here on FedEx. Look at GM, guys. Posted this chart I think day before Friday. Yeah, that's just gonna dump hard, and then it is gonna dump hard. Still has room down up to 40 level. Um, any rips to these levels is gonna get sold. So and it is going to 40 bucks. Looks like a very high chances it's gonna go to 40. So watch out for that, to scalp it on Monday or Tuesday or whatever next week. And I put it into my green section so I wouldn't miss it. GameStop, let's look at GameStop. Why it's not at 2 digits yet? Okay, guys. So this is what I want to tell you guys. That's a good question, real quick. Someone asked, sometimes candles are red, but the volume is green. What does it tell us? So that's the only reason I have my is volume candles in one single color, because then it does not matter if you guys are seeing a red candle or green candle, as long as high volume is being traded on the breakout or on the breakdown. That what's all matters, guys. It does not mean if candle has a red volume and then and it's not going to reverse in the next one. It definitely can reverse. This can be a high volume on a red candle, but that just be a longs loading up on the name, and the vice versa. So I eliminate I eliminate that step, that bias, by having one single color on the volume. Because if you see a green candle here and a green candle volume, if you go in a smaller time frame, you will get a different color candles and different color volume, right? So it's hard to guess just by looking at the color of the candles and by the color of the volume to see, to predict the stock basically. So what I do, one color candles, high volume breakout, breakdowns. That's all I want to see. Volume spikes on breakout, just like this. Volume spike on breakout. That means people are interested in this stock, right? And then now it's getting more upside. Now volume is just decreasing, so that means there's either accumulation going on or there's a distribution going on, but we don't know yet. But we will know when it breaks key level. And then when it breaks key level, so let's say on GameStop, this is the key level. So this is the key level here on GameStop. If I see GameStop breaking this key level on high volume, what does that mean? So let's say all this time, it's making these low volume consolidation candles, red green candles, but all of a sudden it broke key level, and at the same time it made a high volume bar. What does that mean? That means people are interested playing the downside of this name. When it broke a key level to the downside, that's when more volume came. So that just shows that there might be chances that this thing see some continuation. So that's how I use volume. So that is a quick lesson on volume. Hope you guys understand it. If you guys have any questions, let me know real quick. So back to the business. Goldman Sachs. Price consolidating here in a range. Price consolidating here in a daily range. I'll be watching 317, not 317, but 324 level to play the downside. Should be a nice one. If it rejects here, you can clearly see, price, this is rejection, this is support here, goes here, reject, back down to play the downside on a 324 break. HD, here comes the HD. Is it a bear flag or what? Looks like a good setup, guys. Looks like a good setup. So levels already marked here. So watching high of 331 to play 331.20 level on Home Depot to play the upside, and 319.80 level to play the downside. So should be easy going into next week, and then it's going to break out of this level, and then it's game over. Hood, Robin Hood, guys. I shorted the hell out of Hood since 30 bucks, and then still, I'm not shorting it, since this lows here, because price just chopping around now. So I want to see a clear break. I want to see a clear break of some levels. Only then I'm gonna get into a trade. I might get into this play here on this break of what's the level? 1083. Yes, 1083 level I'll be watching on Robinhood to play the downside. Again, guys, this candle you guys see has no support. This pump we saw on 24th February has no support, just a straight up ripper. So break into this candle zone, be into this candle zone, and then can easily test this lows here, 993, and then 993 breaks, and then it just be the easiest play in the US stock market history. IBM, I don't want to talk about IBM. Oh, come on. That shit consolidating for almost 20 years now. I think my kids can play IBM Breakout one day. So Intel, downtrend break retested here on high volume. The only semiconductor name that looking bullish, I guess. But not interested in playing Intel at all. That's a shitty name, guys. Chinese names not looking good, guys. Chinese names not looking good. If we talk about JD, PDD, Futu, and what's else? Baidu, Baba. All these names looks like it's gonna dump hard. Look at the volume. Look at the volume of these Chinese names coming out. Once JD breaks the 6170 break, I'm telling you this is a game over for JD. It's a game over for JD. So 6170 is a key level I'm watching. Look at the healthcare names, guys. At the same time, health sector we see approaching the supply zone, and at the same time, J&J is also approaching the supply zone. So watch for that. If you guys see any rejection of these levels of this supply zone, then I would wait for this uptrend to break and then play the downside, right? And only gonna go long if price up, above is above these levels. This is a clear supply here. Can play intraday breakouts on this one, but no swings for me because I do not play swings when price is approaching supply zone or price is approaching demand zone, right? So I don't want to play long when price is in a supply zone, right? If that makes sense, because it can get rejected anytime in the supply zone. Oof. I'll look at Coke. Should be bullish. Price consolidating here for quite some time now in the sideways section. Watching 63 level break here on Coke to play the easy upside. So 63 level break to the upside, break and hold, and then we can get a really nice push to the upside. What's it Lucid doing? Lucid going to 15 bucks? Who said it? But we'll see. I think it's going to 15 bucks. I am, let's say, 70%, 80% sure that is going to 15 bucks, but we'll see. So what's level I'm watching? 2177 level I'm watching going into next week. If it breaks this level, that should be an easy shot again. My target here on Lucid is 15 bucks. So let's see if we get it 15 bucks in a week, in a month, or whatever. So the next target on the breakdown would be 2035. 2035 break, not 2035, 2177 break, and 2035 the next target here on Lucid. Guys, this can be a good shot if it goes according to the plan, if it goes according to my LED wave counts. Guys, let me know if you guys want me to post LED wave counts on my Twitter too. I do not post it anymore. But if you guys want me to post the long-term pictures using added wave counts of all these names, then I will start posting that too. But what I do nowadays is only post setups that are valid for a day or two. Next comes the LMT. Looking good, not looking bad at all. Looks like it has more room to the upside, to be honest, just by looking at the volume. Please just look at the volume here, guys. High volume and then consolidation at all-time highs. So watching these highs, 462.66 for a next leg up. And then if you are the one, who's thinking that is extended, I want to short it, then I would say I would wait. I would wait for price to break some key levels here. But I think every dip's gonna get bought up on element or on this LMT. If I wanna go short, I would just be playing intraday. So this is a level I'll be watching to play the downside. 437.75. Just intraday, guys. No fucking swings on this strong name. Never go against the trend. Never try to catch the top and the bottom because you don't know. I don't know. No one knows how far a stock can go or how far a stock can go down. So market will show you how far it's gonna go. Just follow the levels, follow the market, and then you'll be in this market for a long time. What is the out of the monthlies? Okay, I'm gonna write this down too. Just give me guys more topics, guys. Give me more topics. Uh, I'll let you guys know how I get into monthly swings, even if to the downside or the upside. And then I'm gonna make a video on supply and demand too. Um, and then I'm gonna make a one. I will try to make one video this week, like a short video on my YouTube, that how I play my watch list. So that is an important one. So do not miss that. I'll try my best to squeeze out some time on my daily schedule to make the video how I play my daily watch list. So on those, these are two levels I'm watching: 220 for any downside, and 230, 70 to play the upside. Clean levels here on lows. I'm gonna set an alert both sides. Right, so I'm gonna tell you real quick why I played love short on on Friday. Why I took it swing, um, because look at look at this love, guys. Look at this love setup. What do you see? I see a dump, right? If you're the one who's saying is approaching this trend line and all this stuff, that's not how price works, guys. Price works around levels. If a level is breaking, then you get into a trade. Then I don't anticipate bounces of trend lines. I don't anticipate bounces of all this random trend lines out of nowhere. I trust levels, and then as you should. Our boy Mr. Shinobi is here. Welcome, Shinobi. So, Love Airlines. So, what's next for Love Airlines? More dump? More dump? Yes, more dump. Hold below this level of this zone, and then it's gonna dump more, a lot. So, guys, the only reason I took Love, look at this candle here. Inside day, high volume breakdown, followed by inside day on high volume, again followed by high volume outside bar. This is a bearish pattern I saw most of the time. If I see this kind of pattern, of this kind of setup, you can say, this kind of setup, guys, inside bar followed by outside bar on high volume, and then prior candle is bearish engulfing on high volume. There are 110% chances that she was gonna dump. And then love was one of it, and then looks like it's not done yet. Break this 40 level, and then it can test these lows here at 38, 70. Might be wrong, but if the setup is there, there is then you can, you can take a risk at this point, to be honest. I saw some I saw someone full ported my love play and then made 50%. That was fire. That was fire. So left is probably getting a lift to the downside. So let's see. Daily range break here, just like all the other names. Watching this lows. Watching these lows, we breaking at 34.55 or these lows, and then it's game over for left. Look at this huge range it's making, guys. Look at huge days. I'm gonna make it clear for you guys. Look at this huge range is in. What happens when a range break? We got a trend back. So 33.93 is a key level on lift to the downside, and then it can lift our portfolios to the upside. So a lot of opportunities here. Okay, and it has a gap too, guys. Okay, so there is a definitely it's going down. So watching 33.93 level, this definitely on high watch now, guys. Look at the volume now too. Damn, this is a fire setup. Mhm. Game over, yes, game over, guys. Macy's, nothing going on, price sideways action, and then when we see this kind of action, we quickly skip to the next one. Mastercard broke this uptrend here on high volume, I would say. So I'd be watching this Friday lows, watch this break this Friday lows on Mastercard, or American Express, or Visa, or all these payment names, or Square. Ooh, guys, Square would be the best shot. Square would be the best shot. Next week, I'm short Square. I'm gonna show you Square. Um, so 324.50 level I'm watching. Just a 324 level on Mastercard to play the downside. Not interested in the upside just yet. Look at this MO, guys. MO. I told you guys about MO last week. I hope you guys all listen. It's not too late. Luckily, it's not too late yet to get into MO. It just started breaking out of this huge monthly range here. So hold above some of these levels. Hold above somewhere around above these levels, and then it can definitely see some new highs on MO. The next target for me is 57 if it's hold above this zone here on MO. Really nice chart here, guys. Really nice chart. You want me to look at Moderna anymore? This is a penny stock. Okay, this is a fire setup to play downside. So no more COVID, no more Moderna shots, no more Pfizer. So what's next? What's next is where they came from. So they came from what? What level? Moderna came from what, bros? Let me look at where it came from. What is the COVID price on this one? It was a $15 stock in COVID. So it's gonna go back there. So break this 134, and then it will have no choice but go to the downside to 117.65. So on high watch, this shit moves nice on the daily. Below this, hold below this level, and then that'd be a good swing too. Marvel reported earnings, rejected at top of the range, rejected clearly at top of the range, guys. Look at this. Rejected at top of the range, hard. Um, Guys, do not consider these candles bearish on earnings. I stopped doing that because in earnings you see a lot of volume, you see a lot of sentiment in the stock, so anything could happen next week. You don't know if they are loading or unloading in this name, right? On earnings. So what I would do, I would wait to show me where the actual levels are. So I want to play downside just yet unless it breaks 61 level, right? So that would be a good level to see. Yes, price might just consolidate here for some time in the going of next week and then start breaking down. But if market is pretty bearish, and then it can just straight break down. So if it break down the 61 level, my next target on Marvel would be 56.80 is the next target here on Marvel. Morgan Stanley. I mean, we saw the banks only watching XLF on the banks just to see, if this is a huge downtrend, is an overextended move to the downside. I don't want to play more downside on banks anymore, to be honest, guys, unless I see some pullbacks. But guys, if this low's breaking, which is 84, 84 level breaks, and then it can see some more downside. You can see this fake out, guys. That's what I say, guys. Look at this fake out. Last time we talked about it. If you are not here, I'm going to talk about it. If I see any stock is breaking, breaking out, and then it's a fake out of the range, and then after that it's breaking the support here after the fake out. That is the easiest trade that I ever see in any charts. Fake out after fake out and then breaking support or resistance after. That's a high probability trade always. Microsoft, I mean, price in a daily range, guys. I don't want to play Microsoft. Microsoft 284.53 level for the downside, and for the upside, this level, which is 304. 304 for the upside, 284.50 for the downside. MU is this is a name that I was talking about that is gonna go down a lot. No. So MU is approaching the support zone here. 79, 80 level, it's just a clear support here at these levels, and break this level, and it can see some fresh new lows, but I don't want to play MU. I'll quickly skip to the name, guys. Quickly skip to the name for you guys. I don't want you to wait more if I find it. I will find it today. Okay, here we go. Qualcomm, guys. Qualcomm. Look at this name, guys. This shit, if it dumps, that is easy. This is a bear flag breakdown on some, some volume. Some volume is there. So what is a high probability trade? The high probability trade would be below some of these levels. So two levels I'm watching on Qualcomm, not two, but actually three levels. So three levels I'm watching on Qualcomm going into next week is the first one is the Friday lows. Friday lows taken out 160, and then it can easily test these lows. And then if you are patient enough and then you want to wait, and then you can wait for Qualcomm to break these lows of 24th February 155.85 level. This February lows break, and then it can start filling the gap, right? Well, you never know, but if we get a big push down in the market, so this looks a pretty bearish setup. I'm short Qualcomm over the weekend. I took some thoughts, just a starter size. Here is a Netflix. Now look at Netflix. Okay, Netflix. Netflix saying, they are seeing some supply chain issues. They are not seeing any growth in Netflix anymore. So what's next? No growth in their numbers, so no growth in their stock. So that's pretty simple. I mean, if price in the sideways range, so you want to see this earnings gap down low break, which is like 351.50. So 351 50 breaks, and then it's going to be a dump city for Netflix. So the next level here on Netflix would be after the breaking down would be 340. So 351 breaks, and then 340 comes next. Easy in one day. Definitely on high watch. Neo going to 15 too, but we'll see. Chances are yes. Look at the daily chart. How can you be bullish on this name, man? So this one should be on my watch list going to next week. So watching 1847 break for a next leg down on Neo, and then it's rejected at the uptrend line. Also, guys, this YouTube session will be posted on YouTube anytime. You guys can go back, watch it. If you guys are charting on your own, and then you can always go back and and watch it, and then confirm your thesis. On guys, next target on Neo is 1680. 1680 next target on Neo after breaking down. Someone said, but down with a low volume. Yeah, guys, down is no, it's not down low volume, it's just consolidating, guys. Look at this. There's like no trend here. So price made a new low here, right? And price made a new high here. So after that, what happened? Price did not make any news or lows. So there is no point of volume coming in. Price is just consolidating between prior swing low and highs, right? So price is just consolidating in these two zones here. So that means I'm not expecting a high volume. So if price is breaking these lows here and then volume comes, then it's a confirmation that it's that accumulation or it's a distribution phase, right? So anything in between is just a chop at this point. So again, watching these lows here to break on high volume, and then we can see some volume coming in too, right? So we seeing some volume spikes at its level and break these lows here on high volume, and then that would confirm that this was a distribution phase for Netflix. Nvidia, what's up with Nvidia? Okay, Friday lows, just the Friday lows I'm watching, just a bit extended here. 224.82 level I'm watching. That just extend a bit. I just want to give myself a room. 223 level breaking on Nvidia to play the downside with a target of 213 next, and then this lows here on the January lows. That's it. And then to be bullish on Nvidia, I'll be watching 247.22 break to the upside to play the intraday levels, but this is a big level. 270 big level on Nvidia to break to play the upside. Guys, this name, keep an eye on this name. This name is like completely lagging here. um, if we talk about the oil sector, look at this. This is a recent huge bottom base breakout. Same setup, guys, as XLE, inverse head and shoulder breakout. And then after that, it just stopped following XLE. Now it's finally um, pushing up after this oil crisis we're having, and then high closed at high of the day. So if OKE holds above these levels 66, 65, then I think 70 can come next fairly quickly. But I want to see more volume, it's not volume coming in. But if this breaks out, that would be a nice one to the upside. Oxy, wow, what a day! What a day for Oxy on Friday. Look at this pump, man. Wow. Guys, look what happened. This is what I'm saying, guys. See what price gapping up. Either price gonna retest the levels, or what price gonna do? Price gonna consolidate. Price gonna consolidate all-time highs and then gonna gap up. Look what happened. Price gapped up hard, not gapped up, but pushed up hard and made a new all-time highs on high volume, and then started consolidating sideways. Started consolidating sideways for 2 days, and then bulls did not wait much longer and then pushed the price higher. Would I play the upside now on Oxy? No, never. This shit is way too overextended for me to play the upside. I think we will see some pullback here on Oxy next week, and then when the risk to reward is more favorable for us, and then we can enter. Oxy definitely has some more room to the upside, but extended at this point, wouldn't touch it. When rejected hard at resistance. Look at this, guys. Just resistance we were watching last week. Look what happened. Price goes into this resistance, rejected back hard. Now it just looks like it's a bear flag, or whatever you want to say. So what's next on pen? I'm watching this lows, the Friday lows. Look at the high volume, guys. High volume consolidation, low volume, high volume breakdown, followed by another high volume candle. So I think we might see some volatility in pen going into next week. So I'm watching 45.75 break on pen to play the downside, and not interested in longs at all unless price clear this supply, clear this supply, show me that bulls have a lot of strength, and then we can play the upside. PayPal, let's look at PayPal. PayPal in two digits now, finally. Should be an easy shot, to be honest, going into next week if it breaks this lows here. 98.62, guys. A lot of the people were calling bottom on PayPal, but little did they know they are not above the market. Market is above everything, and market showed all the bulls that even after gapping down this hard, or let me show you guys how like $300 stock. Look at this. A lot of people were bullish in this name, around here, price gap down, now it's gonna go up and all this, that's not how it works. Price just completely in downtrend, follow the trend, guys. Let the market tell you where the stock is gonna go as a trader or as an investor, but not to anticipate where it's gonna go, right? So observe the price action, play it, do not anticipate it. And then once you start anticipating the price, yeah, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up, then you have that bias in your mind that yeah, it's gonna go up, and then you then emotions come in place, and then even if you're seeing L on your uh, L on your position, then you still be like, no, it's gonna go up, and then but in the end you have to cut that bag with loss. So let the market show you where it's heading, not where you think it's gonna go. A lot of people might see this bull flag too, right? So again, no level break, no trades. So 98.60 level on next leg down on PayPal. What's Roblox doing? Okay, Roblox brought key level here. Key level break. Wanna see more volume? Um, this let's see this. Okay, this is already here. This key level broke here on like 24th February. Low broke on Roblox, and we can clearly see this bear flag breakdown, followed by this rounding top, right? This is a rounding top followed by a bear flag, bearish pattern. Looks like more lows coming for Roblox. Um, on high watch, gonna short the hell out of it next week. RCL, we talked about all these names, guys, already. So what's in the books for Rivian next week? It's a dump. It says Rivian's gonna dump next week. There are chances, 99%, that Rivian's gonna dump. But again, guys, if EV is strong, they should follow EV market. So high volume breakdown, or probably a bearish engulfing on the weeklies too. Let's look at it quickly to confirm our bias. Look at this weekly candle on a high volume, earnings coming up. They're gonna unload this shit on earnings. I'm telling you this. So watch for fresh lows here on Rivian. Roku. Here comes another name that Kathy owns. Love shorting Kathy names, guys. I love shorting Kathy names. It's the easiest trades in the market since last 6 months or 1 year. Yeah, look at this clear breakdown and retest. Look at this price consolidating in the range, break down hard, and then goes back here, rejected back again, broke this small uptrend here. So what's next? More downside? Definitely, I guess. So wanna see more volume again, guys? Same as Netflix, you not gonna see a lot of volume in the range because we can clearly see price made a low, price made a high, and then now price in the range. So I'm not expecting a lot of volume in the range, but still, if the level is level is breaking, then that would give us a good trade too on the intraday basis, not a swing. So 118 is the next level I'm watching on Roku for a next leg down with a target of 111. Bullish above, when price reclaim these levels. Again, if price reclaim these levels, the more shorts gonna enter into the name and they're gonna push it back down. RTX, RTX, I like the chart, but it's not following well compared to LMT. It could just be, the retest of these prior highs. Price can just come here, retest some of these levels, and then go back up. But we'll see. It's also making this bull flag too, right? So I want to see some clean breaks. Let me see for any upside. I'll be watching this 101.30 level on RTX to play the upside. Wouldn't try to catch the bottom, but we'll play the breakout. SC guys, shorted the hell out of it. SC last week made some really nice big gains on SC, and looks like it's not gonna stop right here, and it has a lot of room down. Look at the daily volume. Um, has low targets for this shit. So brokey level here. God damn, guys, this shit has no support. What? Yeah, guys, my long-term target on SC is around 50 to 60 bucks, and then looks like SC bubbles is busting too. This support, this is a clear demand zone. This was a fresh demand zone, and then what happened? No bull stepped up into the fresh demand zone. That means bulls are dead in this name. They don't want to go long. They only want everyone is short in this name. Look at the earnings, shitty earnings back to back, bubble that bursting, fresh lows coming in SE. Snapchat, guys. Snapchat is the easiest short going into next week. One of the easiest short in the US stock market history we are gonna see into the next week. Price broke some key levels here, guys. Price broke some key levels. Price in this huge earning gap. Um, Anything hold below this 34, 35 level, let's say this price is staying below these levels, then it's definitely going to fill the gap. And then we saw with the Amazon that it filled the gap before pushing back up. So I think Snap is gonna fill the gap. I took a starter put position in Snap like 2 or 4 weeks out, I guess, just to play the downside. So if that works out, that should pay nicely, and then it's still not too late, has some room down. So next level here is 31.82. If a 31.82 level breaks, and then we can see some bigger gap. The gap is not gonna fill right away, right? It's gonna take some pauses. Is take some pause and then gonna fill the gap. Just do not go Monday and slap that ask. Snow not looking good. Not looking good. I think Snow's gonna see some lows here, fresh lows, just like PayPal. I think if you were bullish on PayPal after this gap down, and then somewhat should have learned the lesson at this point, and then I would try to take a short position in Snow on any pullbacks. Square, guys. Square is another name that I think is gonna go down. I also took a starter size in Square puts for the next weeks only, not monthlies or anything, just next week. Just want a quick trade here. No support here on Square at this point up until 99. So if it goes there, that'd be a nice trade. If we open sideways and then we break this lows of Friday lows, and then it breaks, then it goes to 99 fairly quickly. So should be on high watch. Tesla, here comes a Tesla. So was a Tesla fate in the next week? Price in a sideways range. That's it. Price in a sideways range. So watching this 815 break. So 815.75, not 850, 850.75, but yeah, let's just say 815, round it up. 815 level I'm watching on Tesla for more downside, and then for intraday play, I'll be watching these highs, which is 890 to play the upside on Tesla, and then 815 to play the downside on Tesla. Still gets up. I don't think upside will be that easy to play on this one, but has a lot of chop here on the left side. The clear level here is 948, and then 987 level breaks to play the clean upside. Guys, this is also the name. This is one of also Kathy names that looks ready to dump hard. Guys, why? Guys, fuck. I took to really a position. I sold it. Fuck. This is gonna dump, man. This is gonna dump. Same setup here, guys. Breakdown of bear flag, rounding top, just like Roblox, I guess. That's a Cathy name too. So has a huge gap to fill on Twilio at 124, almost at $30 gap on Twilio is gonna get filled next week or a week after, but we'll know. But it is definitely gonna get filled. The shit's looking weak, all week. So it's definitely on high watch to short the hell out of it next week, just like SC. I think Twilio is gonna be my next one going into next week. Mm. UPSD. I just want to go through the quick names that I see has some downside. Uh, Rejected of supply here. UPSD. Watching this zone here, watching this support here that it formed earlier 120 level. Watching on UPSD for more downside uh, with a target of 101. Let's just look at this trend line too is making this trend. Is this a bear flag? Whoa, it's a bear flag, guys. Okay, this is a bear flag in making. So yes, okay. So 120 is I think it's a good level. to take a trade, and then 101 is the ultimate breakdown level on this one, bullish above these zones 163. What else? Walmart was strong on Friday because you know all these consumer names. Again, guys, still not bullish on this shit. Approaching this supply here. Wanna see price close above these levels and then start pushing back up, unless I'm not interested in Walmart at all. XOM is pretty lagging here. XOM pretty lagging. Recently broke out um, of all-time highs compared to CVX uh, looks lagging here. But if it hold above these levels, prior all-time highs, it can definitely see some new highs. XPEF guys looking weak. Looking weak. Played short on it, I guess. Yes, I did play short. I think Friday or day before. It broke all the key levels here on the daily. Has a lot of room down, guys. Has a lot of room down on XPEV. The first target on XPEV is 25.23, and then the ultimate target is 22.73 on XPEV. I'm gonna end with Zoom today. Um, Zoom not looking good. Fresh lows here. More lows coming on on Zoom. It's a COVID stock, and it's gonna go back to where it belongs. It's that simple, guys. So if Zoom holds below this 114.25 level, then I would definitely go short on this name. Look at the volume coming on the daily. So that means there are very high chances we will see some movement on Zoom next week. So it's definitely on my high watch. All right, guys. Someone told me about to look at CELH. Guys, I gotta go real quick. Um, I'll take the chart request, all these questions, next week, I guess. Or if you guys have anything to ask, you guys can always message me on Twitter or on Discord. I will answer you guys there. Looks like a small uptrend. It looks a small, not a small. It's like a bear flag. So two levels I'm watching on CELH is these lows, which is 5062 is the key level here. Once the 5062 level breaks, that will be the confirmation break of this uptrend and the break of this bear flag too. Um, and then it should be easy trade, but bullish above these levels, 66, 78, and then also has some fresh supply up here. All right, guys. So that's about it for today's session. Sorry for not taking your chart request or any questions, but next time I will. I just had to go somewhere. So all right, guys. If you guys have any chart request, I will post a link. I will post a tweet tonight on my Twitter. If you guys have any chart requests, you guys can go on that tweet and request your tickers. I will chart it for you guys by end of today or by end of tomorrow. Hope you guys like this charting session. Please like all this video, and then share with your friends and all that, so we can get more exposure in the markets and more people can learn about it. Guys, go please like and comment. I would appreciate it. Thank you all for joining. I'll see you guys in live trading on Monday, and back here next week on live trading. So have a good one, everyone. See you all next week. Love you all.